I somehow thought that there was 31 days in the month instead of 30, so I almost missed the Arrow update for the month, but I figured might as well do one, even if some of the stuff I'm going to talk about I haven't got to exactly watch it yet. So it may be a little bit of a kind of a iffy review in some areas, although there's probably plenty of you saying it's always an iffy review in some areas. But nonetheless, I did want to do a April Arrow video update because I do have quite a few titles. Some of them may have been even from last month. I don't really know about the release dates on them. I just know whenever I get them and then I review them and then I make a video usually sometime after that. So with that being said, we'll just get on with that then. First one I want to mention is the Zero Boys, which I may have messed up and referred to as Diamond Guys when I mentioned it on the last video. I had no clue what this was when they announced it, and I wasn't really excited for it because I didn't like that. I had no clue what it was. But it ends up being a pretty fun little quasi slasher survival horror thing. It's really kind of like you took The Hills Have Eyes and you put it in the woods. The thing starts off with probably the most intense paintball game you've ever seen in your life, and things happen. And these three guys, the Zero Boys, end up with this chick here. If I can get it right there. Ends up with her and their other lady friends in the woods, and things happen, and they're at a house, and then you see they're being stalked, and then it's a question of just how many people are stalking and, who's going to make it and all that stuff. Like I said, it's pretty neat. Um, it's got some pretty good effects here and there. I mean, it's the 80s. I think maybe 84 or something like that, I think, perhaps. I don't know. I can't find the date offhand on it, but 86. It's 86. The director, he has a pretty cool interview on here, and you can see he's really a fun guy. So it's a fun movie, if nothing else. And while I'm bad with names, that's the girl from Chopping Mall and the girl from Night at the Comet. And, she's a pretty big part of this. I'll show you the cover. I like that cover. Like I said, I'd never heard of this. I thought I knew most 80s movies one way or another, but I had never actually heard of the Zero Boys. But I will say it's a really fun movie. And the transfer, so there's the original artwork, which is pretty cool in itself there. Like I say, I liked it a lot. I liked it better than I thought I would. The transfer looks good. It's obviously not a real high budget film. At least I don't believe it was. And it's, the 80s and it's dark for a lot of it. So in a lot of the scenes where it's dark, you see a lot of grain, But besides that, it looks good. And it says right here, director approved special edition. So we got a brand new 4K restoration of the film. Like I said, it looks pretty good. Which is approved by the director Nico Mastorakis. I think is how we pronounce this. He's a real fun guy, by the way. He's got an interview on here, which I'll read about here in a second. Original 2.0 audio, optional English subtitles, brand new audio commentary with star Kelly Maroney. That's the chick I was trying to remember the name of. Moderated by writer and filmmaker Chris Alexander. There he is again. And then there is Nico Mastorakis, I guess, on himself. Basically, he's interviewing himself. He does it in quite a clever way. Zero Girls, a brand new interview with Maroney. Blame It on Rio, brand new interview with Nico Rio. Music videos, original theatrical trailer, stills gallery. And if you got a BD-ROM or DVD-ROM, which I'm sure you do, you can actually read the script as well. So that is a pretty good movie there, The Zero Boys. Like I said, I've never heard of it, but was pleasantly surprised with the quality of it. Here we have a very, very fun film here that I've been waiting for the Blu-ray of this since, well, Arrow put it out in the UK. It's the stuff. I bought the old Image Entertainment DVD of this a long time ago, and I really enjoy it. If you've never seen it, it's kind of like classic midnight movie material. These people are digging around, I can't remember what they're doing, they're drilling or what they're doing, but they find the stuff, which is kind of like a mixture of, I guess you could say, yogurt and ice cream and whatnot, and everybody goes crazy over it, and then some people sort of suspect some stuff about it, and it kind of gets into this big old thing, but the cool thing about it is the stuff is kind of like an entity of itself, so it kind of makes people turn into zombies, which leaves the door wide open for some pretty cool effects. And I have, like I said, I've got the old VHS of this, which I showed on an old video. I've got the Blu-ray now. I've got the old Image Entertainment DVD. I still would like to get the Anchor Bay DVD just because I like this movie so much. I remember when I didn't have the region free capabilities. I know the UK Arrow had this out, and I kept hoping and waiting somebody here would put it out. I thought maybe before it was over, Scream Factory would be the ones that did it, but I'm kind of happy now they wasn't because just check that art out. I know a lot of people really like original art and all that, but I'll take that any day of the week, especially when it's cool as that is. Just the DVD, or excuse me, just the Blu-ray. There's no DVD option in this. There's the booklet, which there was a booklet in the other things Arrow Boys do as well. I think you guys are accustomed to that. There's, I guess, the original stuff artwork, which I'm trying to slide out here as easy as possible. There you go. Larry Cohen, like that guy. He's I don't know. When you think midnight movies, you got to think of that guy, Larry Cohen, and I think this right here is a good example of it because there's, like I said, really good effects, and it looks great on Blu-ray, by the way. Really good effects, kind of cheesy, but it's that good 80s cheese I think that everybody still enjoys. And we got a high definition restoration of the film from the 2K scan, based off the original camera negative. Original uncompressed PCM Mondo audio, optional English subtitles. Can't get enough of the stuff, making a Larry Cohen's classic feature. All new 52-minute documentary, which is cool stuff. Let's see, introduction and trailer, commentary by director and stuff fan Darren Bousman, which is Saw 2 and Saw 3 for you people. He also did a couple of lower level stuff later on after that, didn't he? What was that? Was that one, The Barons? Is it called The Barons? I think everybody put it out a few years back. Original trailer, reversible sleeve, collector's booklet, and like I said, there's an essay in the booklet, I do believe, as well. So that's the stuff. One of my favorites, and a lot of my friends don't seem to be as fond of it as I am. I don't know why, but if you do love it, this is the version to get. Or if you've never seen it before, I would say that's the version to get as well. Moving on here, well, I'll get this one here out of the way real quick. I've not watched this one yet, but I figured I'd go ahead and feature it. If you do want to know what I think of it when I do get to watch it, the actual review will be on ZombiesDon'tRun.net. This is, of course, Dillinger. I know nothing about it. I don't know anything really about it. It's a 1973 film. Obviously must be a gangster film. Probably the same Dillinger maybe that is referred to in Reservoir Dogs maybe. You know, when they ask about, they asked about Mr. Brown or somebody, and you know, he's like, oh, he's dead as Dillinger, so maybe this is Dillinger, and maybe he dies in it. I don't know, maybe that's a spoiler. I don't know, but when I do get the chance to actually check this one out, I will have the review written up. There's the inside of it. Blu-ray, DVD, booklet, and of course, there is original artwork here. It looks like something Quentin Tarantino would enjoy, just by looking at that. I've heard it's really good. Apparently it comes from MGM, going by the logo there. If I can get it back in there. That's why I hate removing covers. It's always hard to get them back in just right. That drives me nuts. But, like I said, hopefully it's as fun as it appears it may be. If I don't break the case. It's always a matter of almost breaking the case every time I do this. And, I mean, wouldn't this be a harder case to replace the Arrow ones? Let's see. It says the runaway success of Bonnie and Clyde, 1967, provided massively influential. Oh, so apparently this is somewhat like a Bonnie and Clyde thing. Brand new 2K restoration for it. Let's see. Mondo soundtrack, blah, 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 subtitles. Audio commentary by Stephen Prince, author of Savage Cinema and Screening Violence. Shooting Dillinger, a newly filmed interview with director of photography Jules Brenner. Original Gangster, a newly filmed interview with producer Lawrence Gordon. Ballads and Bullets, newly filmed interview with composer Barry D. Verzon. Stills Gallery, trailer, reversible artwork. So it looks fun. Maybe it is. I'll let you know when I get a chance to check it out. Now, something I can vouch for up front that is fun is the Death Walks Twice set, which is another one of those really cool Arrow sets based somewhat off of the style of the Black Cats one. It features Death Walks Twice, Death Walks on High Heels. Oh, excuse me, Death Walks on High Heels and Death Walks at Midnight, is what I should say. Both of them come in their own cases. Death Walks on High Heels, like I said, this comes first. Death Walks on High Heels apparently came first before, you know, what's it called? Death Walks at Midnight. And I didn't know that, and I actually watched the other one first, and I didn't know if they was like really sequels or not, which they're not. They're just totally different movies that just so happen to feature a lot of the same cast. So I thought it was a sequel, and following it up, I thought, well, the characters have changed a lot since the last film, but it's different, even though it's got some of the same actors. This one here, we got a killer running around with contact lenses with these very blue eyes, and you would think when you see the blue eyes, you'd think, well, it'd be easy to pinpoint who the killer is, but it has to be contact lenses, and anybody could be wearing them. And he's after, some stuff, and this lead lady here, her dad's like, he bites the bullet real quick, and he's trying to get from her some information, and stuff happens, and it's a really cool giallo. It's a real stylish one, I do think, maybe more stylish, and looks probably better from a setting standpoint than the other one does, that we'll talk about in a minute. But it is fun, and it does have a really cool twist ending, which both of these films do. Which, I mean, it's always neat when you have a twist ending that's actually really like shocking, and I think both of these are pretty well shocking. 2K restoration on this one, original Italian English soundtrack, newly translated English subtitles, optional English subtitles for Deaf Hard Hearing, audio commentary from film critic Tim Lucas, introduction to the film by screenwriter Ernesto Gastaldi, from Spain with Love feature it, compromised newly edited archive footage of director Luciano Rossi, close, and the actors, blah blah blah. And there's Death Walks to a Beat, the career spanning interview with High Hills composer Silvano, whatever, it's Italian, right? So, like I said, it's packed with stuff, but there's more, because not only do you get that, you get the other one, Death Walks at Midnight, which is probably, I think, maybe a better story. And we got this killer running around with that really cool glove there. Can you see that? With the spikes on it. Same chick as before, but she's playing a different character. And she's kind of like experimenting with some, I think, drugs at the start of it, her and this guy. And she thinks she sees a murder. And then it becomes like a classic giallo thing of cops getting involved and they're trying to figure out if she really saw what she thinks she saw. And, then when there is a murder, then they have to figure out, maybe she can figure out who it is. And there's this creepy guy stalking her, but then these other characters come into play. And it just gets twisted around, and there is a lot of twists and turns, and it also, like I said, has a twist. I will show you the inside of these. I forgot a minute ago to show the other one, but there's that. There's that. And we got the classic art there that I cannot take out of the case because it just becomes a mess when you do that. But there's that one. I'll try to hurry along here because this is getting kind of a lengthy video, nonetheless. Like I said, there's that. And that. And then, of course, this has Italian English soundtrack. Introduction from the same guy as before. From Spain with Love feature newly edited archive footage of director, same, pretty well the same stuff on most of these is, well, this one here, like, let's see what this got. This has got the introduction from the same dude. This one actually has a TV version. It's not in HD and it's not in widescreen, but it has a TV version on it. Desperately Seeking Susan, visual essay by Michael McKenzie. Just, like I said, film introduction by Tim Lucas. A lot of the same, similar stuff. Like they kind of have the same introduction guys and all that on it. Just a few extra features in, like the other one does feature like another version of the movie. And of course, there's the booklet that these things come with. Really nice looking stuff. And like I said, the set, I don't know if it's out of print. These things seem to go out of print really, really quickly. But if you can get it, I would suggest getting it because it is really cool and it looks nice on the shelf right next to your Black Cat set. Or maybe some of the other ones if you have some of the other ones that look similar. The last Arrow thing here, and I've not even watched all of it. I did see the first one. It is the Outlaw Gangster VIP Complete Collection, which is like 6 movies, isn't it? It's got Gangster VIP, Gangster VIP 2, Heartless, Goro the Assassin, Black Dagger, and Kill, all featuring Goro here, the hitman assassin type from the movie. I've not seen anything but the first one so far, but I will say that it is a really solid movie. It kind of gets a little slow at the beginning, but it really picks up. There's a finger scene. I ain't going to spoil it, but there's a finger scene, and it really picks up after that. And you kind of see like some really elaborate fight scenes and stuff. Maybe it inspired Oldboy a little bit. I don't know, but he's from the Yakuza. He's got a sister that dies, so he kind of he's a good-hearted guy. But he's in the Yakuza, and stuff happens, and he kind of gets on the bad side of the opposite gang, and then they kind of get on his bad side, but then the gangs kind of team up, which kind of makes him the odd man out, and then they kind of do something else that makes him mad, so he goes for revenge. Really action-packed, really fun. I've seen part of the second one. I haven't got to finish it, but it picks up pretty well where the other one leaves off. The only thing I found kind of strange, and I don't know if this is a recurring theme throughout all of them, but it's got a lot of the same actors as before, but they're playing different characters now, which is kind of odd, because there's a guy who's like, well, he died, but here he is playing somebody else, and that's just kind of strange. But this is kind of like in a, as you can say, a Stray Cat Rock sort of, set here. Blu-ray and DVD folds out. Really nice looking here. I try to get the fold back there. But like it's in the somewhat hard to open cases there. And if you broke that, can you imagine trying to replace that if you broke that? I don't even want to try to think about trying to deal with the effects of that breaking, me trying to replace that. And we got the booklet. And we got cool little pictures in there. Let me see here if there's actually, here we go. It's limited edition content, so let's read some of that, shall we? Limited edition box set of 3,000 copies containing all 6 films of the Outlaw series. High definition digital transfer for all 6 films. Standard DVD representation. Original uncompressed mono audio. English subtitled audio commentary on Outlaw Gangster VIP by Jasper Sharp. Visual essay covering the entire series by Kevin Gilliver. Original trailers of all 6 films. Extensive promotional images, galleries for all 6 films. Exclusive gatefold packaging featuring brand new artwork from Tonic Zodic or something along the lines of that. Booklet featuring interview with director and plus new writing by Schilling, Kevin Gleiber, and Chris D. So that is a really cool set. Didn't get to see the Battle Without Honor and Humanity set, but I've heard there may be some similarities, I guess, in maybe the movies or maybe the same style. I don't know. This is at Nikatsu or whatever company as well. So I really like their non-porn films. So that's the Outlaw Gangster VIP. And it's 17 minutes now. I guess we can wrap this up. But that was the April Arrow video update. And maybe next month we'll have a little Blood and Black Lace and maybe even Brighter Reanimator, which would be delayed, but maybe next month. So we'll catch you then.